Is a mate in for always a force sequence? Have you ever wondered if a mate in for is always a force sequence in chess? This is a fascinating question that many players ponder. In chess, when we talk about a mate in for, we mean that one player can deliver checkmate within for moves, regardless of how the opponent responds. The term forced is key here. A forced mate means that the player delivering the checkmate has a strategy that compels the opponent into moves that lead to checkmate, leaving no way to avoid it. Generally, a mate in for is understood as a force sequence. This means that the player delivering the mate has a series of moves that guarantee checkmate in for moves, no matter what the opponent plays. The opponent's options are limited, and all possible responses still lead to the same checkmate outcome within those for moves. This is what sets a mate in for apart from a simple threat or a plan that could be interrupted by the opponent. For instance, consider the well-known scholar's mate, which is a checkmate in for moves. In this scenario, white forces black into a position where black cannot avoid checkmate on the fourth move if white plays the correct sequence. The moves are forced because black's responses are limited and do not prevent the mate. In chess puzzles, a mate in for problem is designed so that the solver must find the unique or forced sequence leading to checkmate in exactly for moves. If the mate were not forced, the puzzle would not be considered valid or instructive. The opponent could simply avoid the mate by choosing different moves. However, in practical play, not every situation where checkmate can be delivered in for moves is strictly forced in the same way as in composed puzzles. Sometimes, the opponent may have options that delay or complicate the mate. But in the context of chess puzzles and problem solving, mate in for always implies a forced sequence. The solver's task is to find the moves that guarantee checkmate, regardless of the opponent's defensive attempts. So, to answer the question, yes, a mate in for is always a forced sequence in the context of chess puzzles and problem solving. The opponent has no moves that can prevent the checkmate once the sequence begins. This concept is fundamental in chess problem solving to ensure the puzzle is valid and solvable.